And we're live. Welcome, Lust fans. Today is, what day is today? Today is Thursday, August 22nd. And we are here with a few of our local Toronto curly girls to talk all things curly hair, because as you can see, we all have very different wave curl types. And we get a lot of questions from our community every time we go live with, different questions for different hair types. So we thought, why not bring everyone together? We'll go through your comments. We're just going to give it a few minutes for some people to join. I'm going to try to keep up with the comments live. If I miss them, don't worry. Our dedicated team of curly girls are going to be answering every single comment after the live is over. So post your comments below. I'm going to do my best to keep up. Quick introductions from left to right. My left, your right. So this is Amy. She works in our ops department. Basically, her job is to try to figure out what all of you want and not go out of stock. That's it in a nutshell. This is Octavia. She is one of 8 wonderful customer support girls who answer your emails, your post comments, your DMs, your PMs. What else am I forgetting?
Everything.
As you can see, it's a real team of curly girls here. So to my right, I have Storm, and actually Bren. Storm and Bren work in our marketing department. So all of the pretty, beautiful, creative things that you see coming out from our community, including the blogs, that's just these 2 geniuses here. And I'm Sahar. I think you guys know me. I am the founder of Lust Brands, which, it's a 3-step product system that I designed to simplify my own curly hair. But then again, I thought there's got to be other people out there that are just done with wasting time piling products on their hair and stuff that doesn't work. So here we are. I'm going to read some comments and see if I can actually pull them up in front of me. You guys can go ahead and share a little bit.
All right, so I'm Amy. Again, like Sahar said, in operations, and I'm not going to get any more detailed than that because you guys want to talk about the end result. You wanted us to say where we are from. I am a country girl. I was born in Bracebridge, grew up in Gravenhurst, and have been a big city girl for the last 20 years.
And what formula do you use?
What formula do I use? I actually am a bit of a rebel. I use all 3 of them depending on what I am looking for in my curls. So I started out as a wavy, and over the 1.5 years, almost 2 years that I've been using the product, my curls have really come back to life. I had ringlets when I was a young girl, and then 10 years of straightening them for corporate banking world. It took a long time for them to come back, but now I've been really enjoying using the kinky, and I love these little guys when they show up. They're so cute and they're springy, and so been using the kinky a bit these days, but wavy's my usual go-to.
Hey, Amy, and ops, the questions coming in are leaders. When are the leaders coming back? See, you guys now know who to yell at. Leaders.
Please don't.
We hear you guys. We hear you.
So yeah, duly noted, and thank you.
So yeah, what type does Amy use on her hair? She's in KY. You know what? Someone's in Orlando. Why don't we just talk about where everyone's from? Because it's pretty interesting. We are live right now from Toronto, Canada. Bren here is born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, but now she lives in Toronto with us because we pulled her here. We were like, hey, Lust girl, come to Toronto. Storm is originally from St. Lucia. How long have you been in Canada?
I think it's been about 18 solid years.
18 years, but she's still a true island girl. Octavia was born here in Toronto. And if I'm not mistaken, your family is from Kingston, Jamaica. Very nice. And Amy, born in Bracebridge, Ontario. If you don't know, look it up. It's hot stuff happening.
Gateway to Muskoka.
All right. So Octavia, this is her first time in front of a camera, guys. So she is super, super shy. Everybody say welcome, Octavia. I think I've lost your live comments, so I'm going to actually try to maybe read them on there. It might be easier. If you're new to our brand, you guys don't know, we're like technically challenged, all of us here. So if the camera cuts out, we're on Wi-Fi, we're hardwired in, just join back in, give us a few minutes, we'll get back on. It's happened before that we've gone live and the Wi-Fi's dropped, things happen. Just give us 5 minutes and hop back on because we're going to go right to the end and talk all things curly hair, nighttime routines, deep conditioning. All right, let me see where I've got okay guys, don't laugh. I've got a phone, I've got a tablet, we have a computer, we're air screening, and I still can't see the comments live.
Those new comments, scroll down on those there. Oh, technical difficulties already.
Well, while we figure this out, why don't you tell them about your hair journey?
Who days? Nancy, what's up, Liz?
Perfect.
All right. It's your turn.
Okay, so a few years back, I cut off all my hair. I did the big chop, as everyone calls it. Since then, I've been embracing the whole natural curly route, and I love my curls. I love my hair now. I'm so happy I did it. I use the Kinky Coily formula. It's so much easier than all what I used to do in my hair, so I'm really happy about that. But it's been a journey, and I'm really happy I did it.
Awesome. Anyone else out there do a big chop or transition? You guys know what we're talking about? Ooh, there are a lot of comments coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to come back to these comments. Storm, real quick, your hair journey. I don't know if the light is picking up on her color, but she just went purple with her hair, and it looks amazing.
So
no, it's not, right?
no.
Yeah, so Storm's our creative one. She'll dye her hair. She'll try different things.
Yeah, so if you have questions about damage, I would be the person to ask.
So somebody said I wouldn't watch it if Octavia and Storm weren't on here. What? Okay, favorites.
Yeah, so I guess I've done a big chop a couple of times because it comes down to the fact that I like to play with my hair a little bit too much. The first time I didn't know what I was doing with it, so I had to start over again. This is like the result of the third big chop, and my hair takes a while to grow, so it's been about 3 years. And I use both the curly and the kinky coily. I like the curly when I need a lot of volume, and the kinky coily when I need a lot of moisture.
All right, and last but not least, Bren.
Yeah, so when I first met Sahar, actually, she didn't realize that I had wavy hair. My hair was pretty straight because I had been blow drying it, I had dyed it. I had lived on the beach, on an island. I'd been in the sun. I just did everything with my hair, and I just didn't really care about bringing the waves back. And then when I started using Luss and just consistently using it, and then cutting off all of like the heat damage I was doing, it just sprung up. And honestly, even in the past, what has it been, like the past few months, I have gotten this haircut, and the layers in my haircut have just made my hair completely spring up to the point where I didn't really know I had all of these waves. And I walk into work and people are like, what did you do to your hair? And we've written some blogs on that too, right? Because when you get a haircut, and if you have hair like mine, like the way it's cut is so important, because when it gets this long, it starts to weigh down and it doesn't spring up as much. So cut's really important for me. I always use the wavy. If I'm doing like a slick back hairstyle or something like that, I'll use the kinky. But for the most part, it's so heavy for my hair, so I just stick with the wavy, and it's perfect for me. And of course, the deep conditioner and the Elixir Oil.
Okay, so there's like hundreds of comments already, and I'm way behind. So we're gonna stop. Gina says, what do you guys ask for when you go for a cut? So this is actually a great question. Gina Marquez, thank you for that. So generally speaking, let's talk about that. How often do you guys cut your hair, and do you go to a curl specialist? Do you do it yourself? What do you do? Bren?
Yeah, so with my hair type, you really don't have to go to a curl specialist. And like full disclosure, I've been to a curl specialist because I work for a curl brand, but I realized I didn't really need all of that, because like I can go to just a regular stylist that's not super comfortable with working with curly hair, and I just tell them, hey, I want a layered cut, I want some face framing layers. Then I explain to them that I will not blow dry my hair. So I tell them, hey, I have a wave, I show them a picture of my wave, and then they kind of get the gist. And it's easy. If you have wavy hair like mine, it's easy. You don't have to stress too much about your haircut. I know, Storm, you're different though. You go to a curl specialist.
I definitely do. That was like what changed my life. Going to a curl specialist, it was like, for me, I really like shape. So when I didn't have any type of, I guess like special haircut, my hair kind of looks like a triangle. So it was like doing this Christmas tree thing. So what I told my current stylist, that I needed just the weight taken off at the bottom. So the problem with me is that I have a lot of hair, and I think a lot of people underestimate it. I mean, so much so that you can't tell this whole part is shaved. I have a lot of hair. So when I go to my stylist, one thing I want is like, just take off the weight, but keep the volume, which is, it's tricky to do because a lot of the time when you remove the weight, it still looks like it could be thinning, but with a curl specialist, they should know how to do it.
I'm the worst. Don't take any advice from me. So I cut my hair like once a year. It's pretty long. But again, I think my hair, when I first started this research and development for the line, my hair was pretty damaged. I've been using harsh products with silicones, and I've been testing our products on my own hair for 3 years now. So 3 years of using Luss, I honestly don't get my hair cut more than once a year, and it's, I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty long. And I'm lazy, but if I do get my hair cut in Toronto, I usually go to Curl Ambassadors. Shout out Curl Ambassadors in Toronto. But yeah, I keep it really simple. It's all, I don't have layers or anything. It's all just one line, short little trim, done, move on with life.
So when I do go, it's every couple of months because my hair, the shrinkage is real, everyone. So my hair is really long, but they have to cut it in very small increments or else you're going to really tell. I'll be bald one day when I come into work. So every couple of months just to get those dead ends, and it's been working magic so far.
Awesome.
All right. Truth time. This is the longest my hair has ever been. And before I wasn't able to grow it long when it was curly because it would be really, really heavy and flat till about here. And then it would be about this wide. And so it would just look terrible. So this is actually, I got it cut the end of July. I got about 3 inches taken off, and like, talk about, I wasn't even expecting to have shrinkage with my like 3A hair, but it's, well, I'll maybe just move it in a different spot. It's still gotten pretty long. So I cut it about 3 times a year now, and I'm going to wait for a marketing and promotion deal before I tell you where I get my hair cut. No, I'm kidding.
She wants kickbacks.
I do. I don't go to a curl specialist, but I go to the same person who's cut my hair for about 10 years in Fiorio, one of the local salons. And they've actually been really good because I used to just go in and they would do whatever they normally do, but now I walk in with my own shampoo and conditioner and my own styling product. They don't get to blow it dry. They don't get to flat iron it. They have to cut it wet. And I'm just like, you have to figure it out.
Mine always blow dries it dry. They're like, no, okay, no.
You know, and then I show them. And so I spend then I do a little tutorial about how to apply the Luss. And they're like, but you're straightening your hair.
Who would like to hire Amy to go on to your next hairstylist visit with you? We're getting a lot of questions on the new deep conditioner and the Elixir oil. Someone said they have my hair type, and how do I use the oil? I love the oil for a scalp massage. I find, I have so much hair as well. It's deceiving depending on how I style my hair, but I have a lot of hair, and our scalps don't get enough attention. And I think it's really important for healthy hair for you to have a healthy scalp. So I put the Elixir oil on my fingertips and just massage my scalp at nighttime, or sometimes in the morning if I've wrapped my hair, which I rarely do, I use the oil to just massage my scalp. And then when I refresh, like today, this is my day 2 curls. I washed my hair yesterday morning for a meeting, and I really didn't feel like redoing it today. So I thought, okay, let me refresh. I used a spray bottle, and I think my team can actually link in. I did a video where I showed you guys how I do a really, really simple lazy girl refresh where I use water and the same formula that I use to style. And then at the end, I'll put a few drops of the Elixir oil and just literally gently dab it down my hair to like lock in that moisture. That's it. So that's my routine. Ladies, on hair oil, what are your uses for the Elixir oil?
I put it on my body.
Me too.
Okay, so yeah, most of us use the Luss Elixir oil on arms, face, legs, you name it. So Amy, all over? Yeah.
Legs for sure. Arms. I've got on my elbows if they can get dry there. That's it.
I use mine on my face and on my nail cuticles. I also use it a lot in my hair because it's so damaged. I've got like bleach damage and color damage. So to kind of tame the frizz due to the dryness of just like having my hair stripped, I do use a lot of oil on the ends, and I like the Elixir oil because it does not make my hair feel slick at all. So that's my main use for it.
So that's a good one. Cassidy says, my hair is similar to Bren's and I've been finding that it's flat even after using the wavy formula. So what do you do to get that volume? And I know we've talked a lot about the right haircut for your hair type.
That's the biggest thing. Like, you have to get the right haircut. But the thing is, I mean, my hair naturally does have some volume in it when I get these layers in, because if you can see, like, they're all over the place. So it's really these layers that gives the illusion of volume, when in fact, in the back, if you look at my hair, it's actually pretty flat. So what I have to do is just get all these face trimming layers and make sure, this is actually weird. So what I started doing was letting my hair just dry on its own. And then after it's dry, I actually apply my product almost like I was doing a refresh. So I'll put it in a spray bottle. I'll just pump some of the product in, dilute it, and then I spritz it on, get my hair wet again and scrunch it. But what I find is that because my hair isn't super wet, it's not going to weigh down. So when you're scrunching, the weight of your hair when it's wet isn't going to pull it down, because our hair doesn't have a lot of curl pattern anyway. So I put it on, scrunch it up, and then it just kind of does this. So it's trial and error. Like, we say that all the time with our customers, and we mean it. You have to try so many different things and just try something for fun, you know?
Somebody says, we hate you, Bren.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's so
They
easy.
all say that.
No, nobody said that. They love you, Bren. Hey, Catherine Patrice. There's not a question, but it's been 2 years since I started using Lust, and it has changed me forever. I call it my everything hair, from photo shoots and everything in between. Mwah.
We love you.
We see you guys. We see there's so many people are like, I've been using it for a year, 2 years. Like, it's incredible. A lot of times people are like, yeah, you know, they're great products, but will people buy them on repeat? And I'm like, people want leaders. Yes. When, as a curly girl, when you find something that finally works, I think you guys all agree. I mean, if it works for you, we're done. We just want that in stock.
There was one of the, I get it.
Yeah.
There was a question about, it was Elixir and the deep conditioner. One thing I wanted to say is that I will totally experiment with a bunch of different things and tend to not follow the rules about how to apply anything. So for the deep conditioner, when I first tried it, I actually put it on dry hair and worked it through. Because my hair is pretty porous, so it kind of just soaked up anyway. I put a little bit of hot water on, but not much, and then washed it out, conditioned, and styled right after. And I find that actually works. It's the right kind of amount of deep condition for me. So I would say, if you're curious about trying it, try a bunch of different ways and see what really works for your hair.
There's been some questions for Octavia and for Storm on your deep conditioning routines.
Judy, do you want to go first?
Okay, so I will deep condition at least once a week for 30 minutes with my shower cap on, as you know, keep all that heat nice in there. I find really sectioning the hair, using your clips, making sure you're getting every strand, you're really soaking the hair, letting it sit, not letting it dry on your hair, and then just following my regular procedure after, and it does wonders. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, so I deep condition just as often as Octavia. My hair struggles with moisture and shine naturally, so I find that deep conditioning kind of helps with that. For me, I'm the opposite of Amy. It works when I am able to like shower, get my hair wet, get it detangled after shampooing and condition, and then applying. Because I guess I have so much hair, it's hard for me to get even coverage when it's dry. So it's easier for me to just like section my hair and work in the deep conditioner. And I can go like 5 minutes, but like if I really, really need some extra care, I'll do the full 30 minutes.
If you guys want, shameless marketing plug, it's on our YouTube channel. So both of those, actually we film both Storm and Octavia's deep conditioning routines. Octavia's you'll see because it's in her regular wash and go routine. So YouTube channel, they're both on
At
there.
Lust Brands.
At Lust Brands.
There are a lot of questions on diffuse versus air dry. Always diffuse. Like, all this hair would take all day. So I have always, ever since I started wearing my hair curly, I bought a blow dryer and a diffuser, and I always diffuse my hair. Always diffuse. Summer, doesn't matter. So that's me. You guys, diffuse, air dry, right?
Yeah, air dry.
I air dry in the summer, diffuse in the winter.
I air dry.
Air dry?
I flip-flop. I guess like sometimes I'll air dry, especially in the summer. I air dry today, but diffusing in the winter makes sense to me because like it takes so long to dry, and it's really, really cold in Canada. The last time I tried to walk out with wet hair, it froze. So yeah, I don't do that anymore.
I don't leave my house that day.
They're asking when the Lust diffuser is going to be out. We are you guys have no idea how close we are. We are so close. We are so excited to reveal our blow dryer and diffuser for you guys. But patience, Amy is working on a few things. We're all working on a few things. So we are coming out with something that we think is incredible. Best diffuser. Yes, we are. We are working on that. I'm very excited to release that. So I shouldn't have said that. Someone said, Sahar, can we get a lust scented body perfume? Love the hair perfume. Thank you. You know what's crazy, guys? When we launched the Love Your Curls line, we got so many questions about where to get the scent, where to get the fragrance. And the fragrance of our line, for those of you that don't like it, I'm sorry, you can blame me because it's something I personally selected and loved. And we found when we read through the comments, we were like, you know what? Most people love the scent of our line. So we launched the hair perfume. And by the time we launch a product, I've spent weeks and months researching, in the labs, and I'm almost like 100% sure, like when we created our, the deep conditioner, the 3-step system, the Elixir Oil, I was like, oh, gold, we have gold. With the hair perfume, I'm like, guys, I don't know. People might love it. They might hate it. Real talk, right? So we bought a very, very small supply. We manufactured a small quantity, and you guys ate them up. So thank you for that. That's incredible feedback. Lust scented body perfume, though. We'll put that on the list.
I saw a question that was asking if you should sleep with your conditioner on overnight or your deep conditioner. Definitely no. Definitely not. It's supposed to be an express, no heat. So express is like 5 to 15 minutes. My hair would be 5 minutes. Storm, you leave yours on, it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, right? I can leave it up to 30 minutes. But also for me, it's like going to sleep with wet hair is it's kind of like, you do risk kind of having water seep into your pillow, unless you wrap it up in a plastic bag. I guess that works. But for this specific product, you really don't need to. It really starts working almost instantly.
Someone said, Bren, how do you refresh? Do you comb every day when you're refreshing? I find my hair gets tangled if I don't comb every day.
Yeah, 100%. I totally comb my hair. You have to brush your hair if you have this hair type because it'll not look cute. Straight up. And I tell them I brush my hair and they look at me like I have 3 heads.
Yeah, we do.
I just did that right now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Because the rest of us, when do you brush your hair?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Like in the shower, right?
Yeah.
You? Same.
And the reason why, because if they brush their hair, you guys have all seen those memes on the internet, right?
Yeah.
You brush your hair with curly hair and it gets huge, but with wavy hair, it's not going to get huge. Brush your hair. It also helps because our natural oils will build up a lot more. So you want to brush your hair, get the natural oils down the hair shaft, and then you can just refresh and your waves should spring right back, especially with Lust because it reactivates with water. So that's good.
Someone asked if we recommend it for toddlers. Our shampoo is sulfate-free. It's free of a whole host of harsh chemicals. It's not tear-free, though, so obviously if you're going to use any other adult shampoo on your toddler, just be careful. But I personally, when I was testing all of these, I gave them to all of my friends and family and their kids, and they tried it. So it was really important for me to put out products that are safe, free of harsh ingredients. So yes, we have tons of Lust minis in our community, and it works great. And you don't need a lot. If you guys are heavy-handed on your own hair, please go easy on your kids' hair. Just a little goes a long way, Have I missed any comments? I'm going to scroll right to the newest ones. There's
a ton coming through, yeah.
And guys, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up, but the team will, including Octavia, who's going to go in later and answer all your questions. You're giving her work to do.
Slow down a bit.
Slow down. She said slow down a bit. See, you should just answer the questions live.
I just hand you a phone.
And then we don't have to type it. She says, thank you so much. I ordered the wavy 3-in-1. Can't wait to see what it does for my hair. Awesome. Storm only brushes once a week. Yeah, because she only washes her hair once a week, right?
Yeah.
So
I only brush on wash day. So pretty much I have to do it while there's conditioner in my hair. Otherwise, it's just painful. So I don't mind big hair. I don't mind it looking frizzy. It just, it's painful to try to brush while dry. And I also think that it's damaging because your curls will start snapping and breaking. I think the safest way is to do it in the shower. And then in regards to my routine, it's once a week. honestly, my curls last a long time, and I feel like, I don't know, I prefer my hair basically around day 4, day 5 when it's just giant and big. So
yeah, and I mean, this is something we get asked a lot, is like, how often should I be washing and styling my hair? How many days, wash cycles? We see comments from people in our community that are like, whoa, I'm on day 11 hair. And we're like, oh, okay. And then other people are like, I can't get past day 2 hair. We've said it before, you have to listen to your hair. Like if your hair is really oily, if your scalp's oily, you need to wash it every day, wash it every day. It's not the end of the world. There are no hard rules to curly hair care, so just listen to your own hair. I can get to probably 6 days on mine, but it also comes down to how you sleep with your curls at night. And I hate tying my hair up, doing pineapples, wrapping it in a scarf. Like last night, because I knew I was going to be lazy today and not wash my hair for this live, I wrapped it in a silk scarf. And it preserved much better. So then my refresh in the morning was really easy. I saw someone ask a question about how I refresh my hair. There is a video, and my team will add the link, or just go over to the Lust Brands YouTube page, or even on our website, it's there. I think you guys have seen it tons of times. But I use the Flairosol bottle. I spray, I wet it down. I take a couple pumps of the curly, like that's it, a couple pumps of the curly for like an entire section. I'll add water and I'll run it through sections really smooth so I don't cause excess frizz. And then it just revives. So that's what the product was designed to do, because that's something I noticed in our formulation stage. Brands would say, okay, you need this for your wash day, you need this for your next day wash, and the ingredients are all the same. So they're just, we're just trying to sell me more products. And I didn't want that. I wanted something that was a true all-in-one that I could use on styling day for refresh, simple, and move on. So that's my refresh. I like to probably wash my hair, if I'm not careful with it, every like 3-4 days. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I can get to like 6. Whew. Right. Octavia, what's your wash routine? How many days?
I can go a full week. I can go longer if I push it, but I try to not do that because I don't want my dead ends to pile up on me. So at least once a week. Mm-hmm. I love my refresh days. I actually just put a pump and a half of Kinky Coily in my spray bottle. Shake it all up, spray my hair, and I just really kind of fluff, and I get that nice big puffy look, which I really love. Mm-hmm. So those are my favorite days. Probably like day 3 or 4. I'm just loving my hair at that point.
In caps, Mary Jo says, "Does Amy use curly or wavy?"
All right, I'll do a quick go through my whole thing. I wash pretty much every other day. I am up at the gym and working out 3 days a week, and I don't like having like icky hair after that, so I will generally wash on those gym days. If I'm using wavy, like I said, I use all 3 depending on what I'm looking for from my hair, volume, defined, or like the really kinky coily side of things. If I'm using wavy, it's about 4 pumps for my whole head. It looks like I have a lot of hair. I don't. It's thick hair, but there's not a lot of it. Like I can pull it back into a ponytail and it basically disappears, right? So 4 pumps if it's wavy, about 2 if I'm using the curly, and like 1 and a bit if I'm using the kinky. And for each of those, my hair has to be a little bit wetter as I apply it. And then refresh days is spritz with some water. And if it's a little bit frizzy, I'll put a bit in my hand and just kind of pat it down. And I'm real simple. I work in a warehouse with a bunch of dudes. I don't have to look super fancy most days.
They want to know what a refresh is. It looks like. Oh, Lori.
Lori, when you say a refresh, yeah. So wash day for most of us is the day that we'll go through all 3 steps. So you get in the shower, you shampoo, you condition your hair, and you'll apply your styler. But we don't do that every single day. So on your 2nd day or 3rd day or whatever number of days you can go in between doing a whole wash routine, we call that a refresh. And we all have different ways that we refresh our hair. And refresh is just that. It's just meant to make your curls look fresh again, right? So it looks like you just washed it. Spritz some hair perfume and get on with life.
I had no idea what that was before I worked for Lust.
So Bren didn't know. There's so much. Yeah, there's a lot of terminology in the in the curly girl world that I think it's new to a lot of people, which is great. If you guys aren't already subscribed to our emails, we try to put out interesting content in the form of blogs and videos, like really things that we I mean, honestly, I read these blogs just to edit them, and I learn so much every single week that they prepare the content. So if you're not subscribed, we try not to be spammy. We send out emails once a week, provide great content. So go on our website and subscribe. That's also where we announce new product launches. If we ever do promos or discounts, it's all in email. So make sure you subscribe there. And yeah, we break down curly hair care and curly hair vocabulary for you guys. All right, so where were we? Refreshes?
How long does it take the product to start seeing results? That's actually a really good question, because we see a lot of people, and I know Octavia, you actually, why don't you talk about this? Because you're in support and you see people. You see it.
Yeah.
It depends. We'll have people that come back and say after one application, their hair is so soft and it's shiny and it feels great. And then we'll have people saying it's helped reverse damage over weeks and months of them bleaching it or dyeing it. So it truly depends on where your hair is to begin with. And just as long as you're giving it the time and the patience and you're taking care of it and being consistent, honestly, it does wonders.
Aster, you want to read out any comments that we've missed?
Yes.
I see you looking.
Yes. So Melissa has a question for everyone. She wants to know, how do you all combat frizz?
Oh, I love that question.
I embrace frizz. Frizz is my friend, because the more frizz, like the more volume I get. So I love it.
I'm pretty much on the same boat, but today, I mean, my hair extra defined just for this live.
Yeah, usually Storm's hair is like up to here.
Yeah, like I try to.
And so what was the difference? Like when you use the curly and your hair is really big and you got volume versus today that it's like super defined?
It is literally the amount of time that I took to do it. So like, honestly, regularly, I just kind of rake the product through, and that takes me about like 20 minutes. But today I went section by section. I really wet my hair. I combed through it with a fine tooth comb, and I like smoothed it from the roots all the way down to the bottom of my hair. And I did that for like almost, I divided it into 10 different sections. So like that's why it took me an hour. Like I love frizz. I prefer my hair when it's bigger and just like more voluminous, but I like this defined look if I wanted to go to a special event. And when I do take the time to do this, it does last longer. So I probably won't have to refresh tomorrow. My hair is going to be like stretched out for probably an extra 3 days. So
yeah, so the more time you take applying your products, it definitely makes a huge difference. I normally use the curly when I want more volume, which yeah, it comes with more frizz, but I'm totally okay with that. So I will actually diffuse my hair, pick it out the roots. Sometimes I just want bigger hair. Today, and again, I took more time applying it. This is the curly. And it's super defined, and it's day 2. But if I want more definition and hold, Kinky Coily is my friend. So it's kind of a cheat. You can get super definition with the curly. You just have to take your time applying it. If you're in a rush, if you have hair like Storm's hair or my hair and you step up to Kinky Coily, it's easy. Like you get the definition without taking as much time. But again, we like going back and forth. Sometimes we like our hair to be crazy. Like by day 4, when our hair like grows, we all like it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are surprised to learn that the Kinky Coily has like a very slight hold to it. Like when I'm slicking my hair back, like if I wanted to put it up in a puff or put it in a ponytail, I will use the Kinky undiluted and just kind of slick my hair back, and it holds almost as any gel would.
Like a gel, that's right.
Yeah.
So the Kinky Coily, I know you guys, if you guys haven't ordered the Kinky Coily formula, it's very creamy. It's very rich. You need very little if you're using it as a styler. And like she said, we dilute with water. But I do, if you guys have seen, I've done a video that's a slick back. Sometimes I'll pull my hair back in like a really tight, either a ponytail or a bun. And I haven't used gel in, I don't know, when did I start formulating? Last 2000, end of 2015. I have never, gel has not touched my curls. Like you don't need gel. The Kinky Coily doubles over as a pretty good hold if you have Storm's hair or my hair. What was the question?
Frizz. Definition.
How do we get to cold? Yeah.
I embrace the frizz because the frizzier it is, the bigger it is for me. I actually pick out my roots because I want that big volume. So as big and frizzy as possible, I'm happy with that. I can do the definitions if I want to take some time and go slower and section it out and really make sure that I'm smoothing out each section. I can get more defined curls, but I like the big hair. I want that. I like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the same answer, different hair type, but I get used to the frizz. If you really want to like focus on your application, like for my hair, I don't really do it in sections. Basically, my section is like the left side of my head and the right side of my head. But if I pay more attention, do some strands, see it while it's wet, and if there's little bits that are kind of bubbling up, and like really get at them and like work it through, then you can really tackle it. I don't really care about it that much anymore, and so I kind of just slap it in, and it looks all right. Like it's pretty fun. Now today I have the kinky coily in today, so that does actually start to keep the curl pattern a bit tighter as well. So
for context, Amy works in the distribution center where we store all of our products. So she gets bored and she goes back there and experiments. So yeah. Karen put this really well. She said, frizz is functional. Make it work for you. Yes.
Yeah.
And she
Go
says,
Karen.
she also says, keep your fingers out of dry hair to avoid frizz.
Yes.
I'm always touching my hair. I know I get that.
Worst.
I'm the worst. I am always playing with my hair. I move my hair, I touch my hair, but that's why I created this product line. So I don't have to be, oh my God, let's not touch my hair. But if you're extra sensitive to frizz, you definitely don't want to touch your hair after you've applied your styling products until it's fully dry. We see that a lot. People, especially if you air dry, that's really hard, right? You air dry, you're going to move your hair, you're going to touch your hair, it's going to get frizzy. And what a lot of people don't realize is most of the frizz is caused before you even start applying your all-in-one. So if you're using, like most curly girls know this, some people don't if you're new to this whole curly hair journey, but if you're using normal towels, they cause friction, they cause frizz to start before you've even applied your styler. So even if you take all the time in the world, you apply it right, you notice you got some frizz, switch over, use like a cotton t-shirt towel. It makes a world of a difference. Any other tips for preventing frizz? I know we all love frizz. We love volume. We love frizz. But for people,
Cooler water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cold water.
Deep condition your hair. A lot
Yes.
of times we just see a lot of people that are like bleach damage their hair, and they're like, oh, I have a lot of frizz, and it's because Storm wrote an awesome blog on this. Actually, you can talk to that, right? Because
So
moisture.
yeah, it is moisture. It's like if you find that like it's frizzing a lot, and like it's just like separating, like you can't get your curls to kind of like come together to make like one nice ringlet. Deep conditioning kind of helps just like inject your hair with moisture really quickly, and just like doing it consistently will help it like repair and just get back to a healthy state and actually retain moisture when it's dry and in between wash days. For me, I think like one thing that's important, like if you're using the all-in-one and you want to make sure that you have no frizz, when it's wet, make sure you have no frizz. So if you can see that your hair is not clumping and it's separating while it's still in the wet state after you've applied, it's going to dry that way. So just take a look at your hair if you're looking for that extreme definition and try to get each curl nicely come together, nice and smooth. That's why today I use the fine tooth comb just to get all of the kinks and knots out so that they just kind of like, they know who their friends are, they stay together, and they look like that for the rest of the day.
Storm, this one's for you because Sarah Lee, I see you, Sarah. She said, I'm going to blow your feet out. Hope you answer me. So she says in capital letters, Storm, since you're adventurous like me with dyeing your hair, suggestion for holding moisture, do you suggest the damage repair treatment more often? She has bleached hair.
Okay.
And will be the last time.
Yeah, so my hair is bleached underneath all of this. It was literally pink 2 days ago. So I'm definitely familiar with that. For me, like I think here, the Elixir Oil is really important because it treats my dry ends, and it's actually really great for sealing in moisture. So when you've like damaged your hair, it's super porous and it takes on like just water really easily, but it lets it go just as easily. So for me, using this like right after I come out of the shower and then applying my all-in-one helps a lot. Some people like doing it after they've applied, but for me, because I just like want to make sure that I don't overdo it, I prefer to just use a little bit and start off my routine with this one. And then just like, this is my baby. So, I mean, if you're going to be adventurous, you need to have a deep conditioning routine. Yeah. I can't stress that enough. So like you might be able to see my hair right now and it looks like it's not damaged. It's because I deep condition religiously. Yeah.
Veronica has a good question. She's saying if she's deep conditioning, should she use the regular conditioner after? And it's funny because all of us have a different routine to our deep condition. What I do is I do the step 1 and step 2. So I shampoo my hair, I condition, I get all the tangles out, and then I apply my deep conditioner in the shower. I leave mine on for about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much time I have, really. But I find my hair is pretty healthy by now. And again, I've been using less for 3 years. So I'm cheating, I'm ahead. I don't straighten my hair ever. I don't color it. I don't, except my roots. I cover the grays sometimes. But my hair is pretty healthy and I take care of it. So I can deep condition less often now, maybe once a month. But yeah, so step 1, step 2 for me, do all of that, rinse it out, put the deep condition in. Amy, I think you do yours very different.
Yeah, I do mine before my shower. I put in the deep conditioner, leave it in for 5 to 7 minutes.
Hold on, sorry, do you apply to dry hair or
So
you wet your hair?
No, I get up.
Uh-huh.
I put it in. If it's not moving as much, then I put a little bit of water in to kind of get it moving all around so it's there. 7 minutes, have my celery. Have my celery juice because it's delicious for your insides. And then hop in the shower, wash, and then regular condition, and comb everything out. And then I do a regular style. That's how I deep condition it. And I do that, like I might do it more in the winter, we'll see. But right now it's maybe once a month.
Okay, so real quick, deep condition routines.
Wait, so why regular condition? Because for me, I'm like, well, I have all of this conditioning. But I know for you guys, it's like because you can't actually work the product through because your hair will get tangled. But with my hair, I'm like, doesn't get tangled.
So do you do shampoo and then deep condition?
Deep condition. And
so then you
I've
skip.
tried that.
I skip the conditioner.
I've tried that, and it's I don't know. It seemed a
work
little
for
bit heavier.
Right.
For me. So by putting the deep conditioner on first and then shampooing, I make sure I get it all out.
Oh.
Guys, this is the perfect example of why we say trial and error. Like we created these products and we're still like, oh, interesting. So trial and error, talk to each other. If for me, I've tried it every which way and that's the way it works best. That's the way it works best for most people, but everyone's different. So try different things. I assume you do yours like mine, right? Shampoo, conditioner, detangle, and you apply yours in sections.
Yes, and for me, it's like I apply my deep conditioner. Like I'll pump it out in a little bowl, and I apply it like I do my hair dye. Because for me, it's like my hair is in so drastic need of moisture because of all of the playing around that I do with it. So it's like I'll start from the root and like literally just kind of bring it all the way down, and that goes for each section. And if you're like me and you experience a lot of trouble like having your curls start from the root and then make their way all the way down. So like if you have only curls at the ends of your hair, that's a good way to try deep conditioning.
Awesome. And Octavia?
I do the same thing, cleanse, condition, and deep conditioner. Section my hair into 4 parts, make sure I'm coating every strand, and then washing it all out after 30 minutes for me. I like the extra moisture, so I find it works for my hair texture.
How often do you guys deep condition? I know you do once a week.
Once a week I'll do it.
Storm once a week. Sahar?
Now I'm like once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might do once a month for like 5 minutes.
Straight
up.
Wow.
Yeah. So this will last me for a year, basically. We've had customer comments that have said that too with my hair type. Yeah.
Yep.
Some forever. Is
Brenda's...
the conditioner too heavy for your hair? No, you just don't leave it on for too long, right? So like just leave it on for 5 minutes and it does its job really, really well.
Right.
Sure.
We've got some questions. I mean, everyone is asking very personalized questions. I think we're one of the very few curl brands that literally offer one-on-one advice. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Octavia is on a team of 8 support girls, 8. And we are working we're trying to get to 24/7 support because, surprise! So no, we've got curly girls around the world in different time zones. But when we launched this brand, it was really, really important for me to offer support, not just sell products, because I know like curly hair care is so different for everyone, and it's just frustrating. And sometimes if you can talk to a team of curly girls, whether it's on our Facebook channel, on Instagram, email, we can walk you through your application. And sometimes it's a couple of small tweaks that you might be doing wrong, and we'll teach you. And we're like, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? It's hard because we're not there to touch your hair and see it, but we really do our best to help. And sometimes with some customers, we've seen a couple of small tweaks in their application method or how they're applying it, how they're drying it. They see a world of difference. So if you do have any personalized questions, email or hit us up right here on Facebook comments or PMs. Okay, what else? Aster? We've got more curly girls behind the camera.
We need to pull Aster in. They need to see Aster's curls too.
Okay, can we?
Amazing.
Aster,
Come on, Aster.
Come over here, Aster.
Aster is our social media coordinator, and her hair just always looks
Looks
on point.
amazing.
So, just say hi. There she is. We need to get a close up. We've got close ups of her hair because we all walk into work every day like, do you wake up every day and spend an hour doing your hair? Her curls are literally perfect. So that's Aster. More questions.
Lots of love for the support team there.
Yes. Seriously, guys. Yes, our support team, incredible. They really go above and beyond. It's hard. We're not in person. Like, we wish we could do hair consultations in person and then touch your hair and sit with you, but we do the best we can.
Karen wants to know, this is for Amy, do you pineapple at night?
Do I pineapple? No, I don't. And the reason is that my hair at the back is actually too short to get to the top of my head. But I have on occasion tried wrapping it with a silk scarf, and that worked out really well. That preserved the curls really well, but I have an oddly shaped head, so sometimes the scarf falls off. So what I found works the best is silk pillowcases, and that works for me, and I use that most of the time.
Lindsay wants to know, Sahar, how would you describe your hair texture?
Like what hair type?
Curl type would probably be best.
Yeah, 3B. I don't know how I would describe the texture, but 3B.
Soft. I think you've covered this already, but Maggie wants to know, do you use the curly formula?
No, I cannot use the curly. Like, I've tried all three. I use the wavy, but like I can use the wavy, and I can also dilute the kinky and use it in like a water bottle to refresh sometimes, but I cannot use the curly for some reason. It just doesn't work for my hair.
There you go.
Another one for Bren. Emily wants to know, what type of brush or comb do you use?
It doesn't matter. I literally will use any brush. I don't care. I don't care. The only brush I cannot use is like a boar bristle brush because it's not going to actually get the tangles on my hair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and for the whole team, Diana here from Kentucky needs help with volume. So anything that you do to make that hair big, let her know.
If she diffuses, do it upside down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Haircut. I'm like a broken
She's like,
get your hair cut.
What type of hair does she have? Does she say?
yeah, what type of hair?
I know. She just wants to know.
Fluffing, fluff your hair. So
What does that mean?
Sorry. I will show you. So you can use a comb, you can use a pick, you can use your fingers. I can show you with my fingers. I literally just like kind of have them spread like this. I hook them into my hair and I go like this.
Make it big, Storm. Make it big.
Make it big!
But can you make it bigger?
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
And that's it. It's like you literally, you don't pull them through. You could pull them just slightly, but do not try to comb it. You're just literally just trying to lift
Fluffing out your roots.
your curls off of your scalp, and that helps get it bigger. So
Awesome.
yeah, you can see that.
Someone said I would fly Storm here in a minute. New Brunswick has no culture on how to do Afro hair. Want to come visit? All right. Well,
Military boot camp.
you guys cannot take the Lust girls away from Toronto. Okay. We might have to go on a road trip and just get a big trailer and we'll all just pop in a trailer and one day.
There's a comment up there about applying too much product and like, how do you know when you apply too much? Like, I know when my hair is way down and it's crunchy, and
Right.
Yeah, crunchy is a big.
And like gritty kind of. It'll not. It's supposed to feel soft, right?
Yeah. If you use too much of the all-in-one, it like we were just saying the other day, it almost has an adverse effect.
Yeah.
Like, it makes your hair a little bit stiff, and you'll also find that it looks a little bit dull because that's the product just kind of like coating your hair. It's not actually penetrating anymore. So less is more.
But it's the same with these, right?
Yeah.
Like, I use so little of the shampoo and the conditioner, and I know you guys do too. Like, you really
My
don't need a lot.
liter size for my shampoo is still half full of Perfume.
A lot of love still pouring in for Octavia and the support team. Thank you guys so much for that appreciation. It's tough. All right, what else? You know what? We're almost at time. We're gonna Is there anything else like anything urgent that's for the whole team?
I don't think we've given enough love to the Elixir Oil. So.
Aww. So I'll give you a quick why behind the Elixir Oil. I mean, as a curly girl, I knew that incorporating like a really good oil into my overall hair care routine was important. But when I started researching it, road trip. You guys are not, I don't know why.
World domination. Here we go.
I'm gonna pause this and say we have 2 physical locations here in Toronto. So one is almost downtown Toronto and the other one is like 45 minutes away. So we always joke that we have to put all the girls into what we call a lust bus and go back and forth between our distribution center. But yeah, so the Elixir Oil, the way we formulate products is I do a ton of desktop research. I talk to people, we do a lot of market research. But then there are so many oils on the market, and whether or not they're actually effective, whether or not they actually absorb into your hair strands, whether or not they actually do what they're supposed to do is arbitrary. And then how these oils interact with each other and in what percentages is super important. So one person said, hey, your formulas are just 7 pure oils. What if I go to the store and I just buy these 7 oils? And I'm like, yeah, that's great if it was that easy. But the chemists, our team of chemists and I will go back and forth. And I'm like, I really want to include this oil in the blend. And he's like, unless you want to make a label claim, that oil does nothing for hair. So it's a lot of back and forth. And we, of course, don't want to put products in just to make label claims. We want stuff that really works. We want to keep formulation super simple. And I wanted something that I could use on my skin, my nails, my hair. Because again, I'm lazy. I don't want 10 different products. And that's what this baby is designed to do. It really is just a blend of 7 pure oils, and our chemists had to tweak around with the formulations to know what percentage of one and what percentage of the other one. And it's just a basic formula because we're all about simplicity. Is there a body wash in our future? I have a whole, you know what? I got so many ideas in my head, guys. So it's just a matter of time. As you can see, we're a small team. I know you guys kind of come at us hard sometimes. You think we're a big brand, but we're really not. We're in our 3rd year. This is a team of real curly girls, and you know we've got logistics, distribution, operations. It's insane building a brand from nothing, but we're doing our best every single day. And yes, do you put the Elixir Oil on dry hair ever? I do. Everyone's different. Oil on dry hair?
Yeah, if I'm doing a treatment, for sure.
Treatment, oil on dry hair?
I put it on wet hair, so.
She does wet hair, I do dry hair.
Wet hair.
Wet hair. Oh, interesting. I don't know that. Don't ask Amy. She'll put everything on everywhere.
I just put it on my face. It has honestly been the most amazing thing for my face that I've ever found in my life.
It's kind of saved my face. I'm on this new medication now, and part of the side effects are extremely dry, flaky skin. I have not experienced that. I'm 1 month in, so I swear by that right now.
That's exciting. That is so exciting. Yeah, I'm usually so scared to put anything on my face because I break out. Like I have really, really, really sensitive skin. So even for me, when our chemist is like, yeah, you could put this on your face. It's great even if you have acne. Like you could put oil on your face, and I did, and it's miraculous. So yes, face, skin, hair. Just be careful around your eyes. Obviously, you know, typical facial care. You know, sensitive areas around your eyes. If you guys have any skin sensitivities, not just with our products, but any personal care products, always do a test first. So when I test, I use like the inside of your arm, your forearm has really sensitive skin. So if you test the product here and you have no reaction, then you're gonna be okay using it on your hair or on your face. So put a product on, rub it in for 5 minutes, wash it off, wait 24 to 48 hours, check back and see if there's any interactions. And of course, if you have skin sensitivities, always check with a dermatologist first. But yeah, we've been so blessed. Our products and the feedback we get, it's incredible because we keep our formulations as simple as possible. So if we missed your comments, we are so sorry. But again, we have support team that's going to go back on after this call and they will get to your comments. If they're personalized, like sometimes you guys ask a lot of questions in the feed comments and we will actually PM you so we could speak one-on-one with you. And if there's, you're not able to open the video. I don't know which video, but we're logging off for tonight, and we're gonna go plan this world tour road trip that you guys got us on. So stay tuned for that. We heard all your feedback. We read every single review, every single comment. Like literally, there's nothing we missed. So yeah, thank you guys so much for making all this possible. We hope you found this helpful. Any other questions, post them below, and we will get back to you. And on that note, Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.